I don't believe there should be shame in acting a certain way, but I do believe there should be some form of shame in staying the same. Well, what I mean by that is, take this example. There's no shame in being weak, but there is shame in staying weak. I don't completely agree with that statement, but I do think when it comes to, your sinful nature, there's no shame in sinning. Everybody does it. But there is shame, or you at least should feel some form of shame, some form of sorrow for how you're treating your freedom, the life that you've been given, your what God's blessed you with. You shouldn't feel okay about doing the same sin over and over and over and over and over again. Even though God's grace, I believe He will judge you by your heart and your intention. And if you are truly asking for repentance and you're truly trying to change as a person and you keep falling into it, I don't think there should be shame there. But if you go out and drink and you go out to the clubs and you do this every single day with the intention and the mindset that you're just trying to hook up with girls and do things that are not of God, I don't think that you asking for forgiveness is, first of all, I don't think you mean it, so I don't know if you get it. I don't know if you get forgiveness if you don't mean it when you ask for it. And I think there should be shame in the sense of not changing and continuing to act the same way. I have another point that I think is a little bit separate, but I'm going to try to tie them together. And that is, it's better to understand why you failed than to not understand, be ignorant of why you succeeded. Firstly, I'm gonna do my own interpretation of that, and then if I can't tie them together, then I can't tie them together. You guys know sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But when it comes to this this quote in particular, the reason that it stuck out to me is I think it's self-explanatory, but I think there's a deeper meaning behind it. I think that it's okay to not understand why you fail at something. I think it's okay to understand that it's okay to fail is basically what I'm saying. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not succeed. If you fail and you can continuously try to switch your mindset and understand what made you fail, what led to that outcome, that negative outcome, then it's okay to fail. In the same sense, it's okay to fall into sin if you try to understand why you fell into it, how you can avoid it, how you can do things differently. But if you don't sin, you don't go out and drink, you don't go out and do these things that are negative, and you do things that are productive, and you go to church more often, you read your word, you do all these things, but your life starts to get better, you start to feel better in your spirit, man, as a person, but you don't understand why. You don't understand what's the root of it. You don't understand that it's the change of your lifestyle and you trying to get closer to God and Him acting in your life because you're allowing His hand to move on you. You don't understand that that's what the reason is, and you fall right back into the same habits and do these other things that are easy pitfalls for yourself. Say that you're somebody who's likes to drink. If you go out with your buddies, you say, hey, I'm not going to drink, but you go out and all your friends are drinking, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to end up drinking. And if you don't learn from that and say, hey, this is how I become successful, or this is how, honestly, more so, how I don't fail, is learning from your failure and learning that whenever you go out, you're going to drink most likely, no matter what. It could because your buddies are. But maybe if you go out with your friends that don't drink, or you go out to certain areas where alcohol is not served, and you do other things that doesn't make you fall into this pit hole of doing things you don't want to do, and you can learn from being a failure and cultivate yourself into doing things that are successful. So the message is basically learn from your mistakes and act a different way because of it. So that's basically the message. I want to say more, but I'm extremely exhausted. I got to get up really early tomorrow, so I'm going to cut it there. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a blessed one.